Gaurav Bhatia, at the end of the day, the Prime Minister is the person who's in charge. Rahul Gandhi is the opposition leader. It's his job to ask the questions, as you asked when you were in the opposition. His central point seems to be Narendra Modi's image building is no substitute for a national vision. All these Mamalapuram summit, the summit in Ahmedabad, sitting on a jhula is all very well. At the end of the day, the Chinese were there and they are still there, and that has dented. Why not accept that? What is it? Why not accept that we have a problem instead of saying all is well? That's the problem, because the moment you say all is, the moment you accept it's a problem, then your image of a strongman Neta gets dented. Isn't that the truth, Gaurav Bhatia? That this is a government, a prime minister who will not accept that something may have gone wrong. Why not accept it? Level it with it. Don't mislead the country.
So Rajdeep, I hope you will give me equal time and you will not speak in between. Supriya asked me that what has the Prime Minister done?
No, answer my question.
We all know. No, I will after a while. First, I need to respond to her, and you can wait. Don't be so impatient, Rajdeep.
Okay.
I also make my notes. I need to respond to the Congress.
Do that. Do that.
So she asked me a very pertinent question. What has Narendra Modi ji done? And I will talk about the second tenure as Prime Minister of Narendra Modi ji. And the things that I am listing amongst many that he has done are all historic. Article 370 could not be solved for 70 years because of the bad policy of the Congress government and the appeasement policy. Article 370 has been nullified. Second, triple talaq. You all know Shah Bano case and how it was reversed by the appeasing Congress government. Now triple talaq is a crime. Third, one rank, one pension. The reservation on economic basis for the downtrodden. These are some of the achievements of the Modi government which couldn't be done in a government that was busy looting the country. Now, Rajdeep,
sir, there are two issues at the moment. Forget about I had two issues. One is China, the other is COVID. The Prime Minister said in a speech, just a minute, ma'am. Just a minute now, Supriya ji. No, just a minute, Gaurav. No, ma'am. Gaurav Bhatia, the Prime Minister said in March in his speech that in 21 days we will conquer Corona. This is a 21-day Mahabharat. We are now well past 100 days. We have not conquered it. Number two, the Prime Minister told the country. The Prime Minister told the country.
Are you saying that he will eradicate Corona? That is what Narendra Modi ji said. You repeat that on your channel.
1 minute. The Prime Minister said we will win the war against Corona. Win the war against Corona in 21 days.
What Narendra Modi ji said, we hope to defeat Corona.
In 21 days.
All that he said.
In 21 days.
So you want the Prime Minister
in 21 days.
Not to encourage.
No. I am asking you on China. Let's play the clip. Let's play what the Prime Minister said on China and COVID. And no, 1 minute, Gaurav. 1 minute, Gaurav. No, let's listen it. Please listen. Producer, please play the clips.
Please play.
Yeah.
Please play. Now, can I take my time?
Okay.
And finish my reply.
Okay. First we will play. Okay. First we will.
I can utilize the time to make my reply.
First, let's play what the Prime Minister said on China.
Yes.
बीती शताब्दियों में विस्तारवाद ने ही मानवता का सबसे ज्यादा हित किया, मानवता को विनाश करने का प्रयास किया। विस्तारवाद की जीत जब किसी पर सवार हुई है, उसने हमेशा विश्व शांति के सामने खतरा पैदा किया है। और साथियों, ये न भूले।
Now, all this tough talk on China's Gaurav Bhatia that the Prime Minister put, what is the reality?
You were supposed to play the clip on COVID.
I'll get you the COVID. I'll get the COVID clip. My producer will get that also. Don't worry.
So now and stop interrupting me. Yeah. I think you should extend me the same courtesy. Just because I am from the BJP doesn't mean you have to interrupt me after every line.
Please do not say that. Please. I questioned her. I question you. That's my job.
You have to be fair to me.
Yeah, please now tell me.
I'm here on your program. I want to make a few points. You may disagree with them later.
Please do.
First, hear me out at least.
Please do.
Please. Yes, thank you. Now, time and again, this has been discussed on your show also and highlighted by Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi said that responsibility is to ask questions. So he is responsible to ask questions. No, Rajdeep. Opposition has another role to play. Constructive opposition you also offer solutions. Nobody stops the opposition from offering solution. And was Rahul Gandhi responsible when there were 11 meetings of the Defence Standing Committee? And do you know, Rajdeep, how many meetings this very responsible 50-year-old adolescent child attended? Zero. Zilch. Second, do you know his attendance during the second session of the parliament in 2019? They were in all 20 sittings of the parliament. He attended 8. So 40% attended. So much of responsibility he talks about. Now, third, please refer to what the Congress was doing on infrastructure. Today we know that the Narendra Modi ji's government has been quick and responsive in building infrastructure along the border. But A.K. Antony, the former defense minister, had said, the best defense is not to develop the border. Undeveloped borders are safer than developed borders. This was the policy of the Congress, he admitted on the floor of the House. My last question to Supriya is, Supriya, please answer. Is there a quid pro quo? You take 90 lakh rupees bribe from the Chinese. Sonia Gandhi has not even condemned China once. And what about the MOU? Are these not relevant questions that Rahul Gandhi should come out and answer?